I want to bring in ABC News royal contributor and royal editor at the London Evening Standard, Robert Jobson, for more on this. Robert, thanks for being on. What's your reaction to these final 3 episodes?
Well, Donna, I didn't think that it was as dramatic as we were being led to believe. The trailers certainly were more dramatic. It was sad in places. I think her story about her suicidal feelings was very difficult watching, and obviously very sad for her. But in other places, I think it was rather self-indulgent, particularly Prince Harry. There's a lot of people over here, are not living the lifestyle they're living. The economy's in a bad way. There's people going to food banks, and these two are moaning about their lifestyle in this idyllic world that they're living in California. I think also the attacks on the royal family are not going to go down too well either, because the attacks on Prince William, who clearly was very concerned about what was going on with his brother, and the fact that he's accused the king of lying in front of the queen. These are quite serious allegations that, may well be their truth, but we've seen down in the past that their truths have unravelled and have not actually stood the test. So, we'll have to wait and see. I thought in places it was, as I say, quite a moving documentary, but I'm not sure on the level of the veracity.
Now, Robert, they seem to be saying that the palace, and especially William and Kate, were jealous of their popularity and then actively planted negative stories about them and essentially bullied them out of the family. What do you make of that?
I think that's not a fair description at all, Diane. The fact is that William and Kate would have enough on their hands just dealing with what they're doing. I think that's a narrative that comes from the days of Diana, and a lot of this is from the narrative of Diana, including the level of press intrusion, which certainly wouldn't have been the level that they're trying to imply, because after the death of Diana, many, many changes happened in the United Kingdom with the Press Complaints Commission and the way that the press were allowed to do things. And you've got to remember, they had Scotland Yard protection with them the entire time they were married, and they were certainly not pursued in the way that Diana was after she split with the royal family and she didn't have protection. As for the claims against William and Kate, I think they're very unfair. I think there was clearly some sibling rivalry going on there. And as Harry has said, there is a hierarchy in the family. And as William and Kate's family got bigger, in terms of the relevance, in terms of the closest to the crown, Meghan and Harry certainly did go further down the line of succession, and therefore were less important in terms of the way things work. That's just the way it is. William and Kate will be the king and queen one day, and their children are higher up the pecking order. Now, but the reality is they are very wealthy, very privileged people, but they were clearly struggling with the system. And Harry didn't know how to console his wife, who was completely lost, I think, while she was within the royal family. And I think if anybody is to blame, it's not the royal family. I think Harry has to sort of man up a little bit and say, I needed to take responsibility. If his wife was suicidal, he should have just gone straight to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist and helped her out, rather than worrying about being institutional Harry or what anybody was saying. He really needed to take control there. And I think if anyone's to blame, it's actually him, because, she was an outsider who didn't have any understanding of what was going on and what she was to experience.
Well, certainly a complicated matter with a lot of opinions here. Robert Jobson, we appreciate yours. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.